Hello, and welcome to our monthly Evolve webinar for 360 Sync. Um, Today we have with us Michael Reuter, our Senior Technology Specialist who focuses on 360 Sync. Michael, please take it away whenever you're ready.
All right, thanks guys. Again, my name is Michael Reuter. Today we're going to show off our newest version of 360 Sync, which is 360 Sync in the cloud. But don't worry, if you still like using 360 Sync in the desktop, it's still there. It's still going to work. It works fantastically well still. But what we're going to be showing off is our new technology that we are constantly building on right now, which is 360 Sync in the cloud. Okay. So as a reminder, this is everything that 360 Sync connects to. You install right now. Our typical setup includes installing 360 Sync on a Windows computer. That could be any Windows computer, as long as 360 Sync is installed on it. Or sorry, Windows is installed on that computer. 360 Sync can be installed on that computer, and then 360 Sync can copy files to or from whatever that computer connects to. So that could be its desktop or its C drive, or it could be a shared drive or something like that, or a server. Basically, whatever is connected to that computer, it can connect to. So that could also be something like Box, Dropbox, Google Drive, Ignite, ShareFile, OneDrive, or Panzura, because those things all leverage Windows by using desktop clients. So we can connect to those things as well as a shared drive. We built it originally to work with BIM 360, but it works with anything Autodesk. So that includes Autodesk Construction Cloud, Field, Glue, Docs, Team, Design, Build, basically anything with Autodesk in front of the name we can connect to. We can also connect to Procore. We've always been able to connect to the Documents tool inside of Procore, but now we can also connect to the drawings, RFIs, and submittal tools as well. We can connect to Viewpoint for projects. What's cool about Viewpoint for projects is that we can actually transfer all versions of a file and all secondary files attached there. So if you use Viewpoint, we can copy that data. Okay. We've just introduced PlanGrid and Newforma. We also connect to Citrix files. We have an update actually coming out this week for Citrix files that will allow you to improve how you connect there. We connect with Bluebeam Studio projects, Autodesk Vault, A-Site, SharePoint, and Citrix files. So all of those things we can connect to, and we can take files to or from. Okay. So the whole idea of this webinar is to kind of show you, where we are, where we're headed. So that what I just explained shows everything that we currently can do. Okay, but where are we headed? Okay, so what we're going to do here in the future and in the present is we're going to connect to the things that the industry connects to. When I say the industry, I mean the AEC and then specialty contractor industries. Okay, so we're going to connect to Newforma. We're going to connect to PlanGrid. We're going to connect to AConnects eventually, which are strategic connections that are going to help out different customers, different types of customers, so that not just the general contractor or the specialty contractor use 360 Sync, but the whole ecosystem. So if you need to use it from one, if everybody needs to get involved, then they'll be able to. So step 2, which is right where we're at right now. We're right at between step 1 and step 2 is we're going to start pilot testing data collection with Procore, and we're going to build that out to BIM 360, Newforma, and other things, so that we can transfer not just files but data in real time. And so what we're building towards is what we're calling a federated data environment, which is something that would link common data environments together. So the idea there is everybody uses their own common data environment. So maybe you use Autodesk, maybe you use Procore, maybe you use SharePoint or Dropbox or Ignite. But whatever it is, you use that because you and your company likes using that. You've purchased it, You've invested in that technology, but then the project that you're on, it may or may not have the exact same thing. But either way, no matter what, you're still going to want your data, or you're going to want the data for that project in your system, right? And so doing that is double entry of data. And when I was doing it was an incredibly time consuming and painful endeavor to double and triple enter data across multiple platforms. And so what we're looking to do is to eliminate that, so that basically, I know if I could have just eliminated double or triple entry of just typing stuff into my computer, that would have freed me up to go out onto the job site and manage the project rather than managing files and data, which is what you're paid to do. So it should free you up to actually do the work that you want to do. And so then once we've got that done, I expect to have that a good fair amount of the FDE concept completed by mid to end of this year that just turned. So 2024 or 2020, late 2023. Once I've got that done, we're going to start not just copying files and data from one place to another, but we're going to be managing that data so that you can view it, review it, and then act upon it across a project or across your entire enterprise. So the idea there is that we just have dashboards that are going to give you a good snapshot of, who's doing what, how successful it is, what the turnaround time is on things, so that you can make better decisions moving forward, both on that project and on other projects. So part of this is cloud connectivity. Okay, so this is kind of an introduction to 360 Sync in the cloud today. What I mean by that is that 360 Sync in the future will primarily be accessed via web portal. Okay, so this will allow you to not just copy files and or data from one place to another, like 360 Sync can already, but this will actually let you fully automate that process in real time. So what I mean by that is that files will be copied once you, let's say you're going from Autodesk to Procore, right? You upload that file to Autodesk, and then 360 Sync will be listening to that Autodesk project. And once that file is done uploading, it will then upload it to Procore seconds later. Okay, so you no longer will you have to really schedule a sync to happen. It will just happen in real time because we'll be using things like webhooks and Lambda functions and all kinds of fun stuff like that. So I'm actually actively looking for beta testers for that right now. So anybody out there whose workflow is copying files to or from Autodesk and Procore, reach out to me right after this or sometime later this week so that we can get you together so that we can set you up with a beta of our cloud tool. Okay. So also with this, we're kind of reimagining how we do workflows. So right now, basically, when you look at it, it's you look at one side and you look at the other side, and you're picking the folder structure from one side, and you're copying it to the other side of the screen, right? Well, we think that what we've noticed is that a lot of our customers are copying not just from one place, but to multiple places, or they're copying multiple folders to different places. And so what we've kind of done is we've done a visual, we've created a visual workflow system that's really intuitive, really easy to use. We think that it'll speed up the sync building process, so that it'll be easier to use, and so I guess also more agile, so that you can do more things with it. So if you want to copy files and copy data or export data to Excel or publish a model or whatever the heck it is that you want to do, you can do all of those things under one workflow. Okay. Also, one thing that our customers have really asked for is the ability to create a template project so that they can basically just, they build it one time, they then when they're building a new project, they leverage that template, and then all they have to do is just change the folder structure and all that, to the new project, and they're good to go. So we've built in a template structure as well. So that's super exciting. But all of those things will the idea is that it'll just simplify how you work. Okay, so again, part of the part of our version 4.5 that I was talking about, where we would actually be able to create action on the data, is to have active dashboards. And so you can see here's our concept for that we've got working. But basically, what this will do, what you're seeing right here, is we've got an RFI dashboard that we've got for the entirety of a company. Okay, not just one project, but for all of them. So here, if you're managing multiple projects at once, you could actually come to this dashboard page, and you could see the things that were on fire. You could see the things that were warm and things that were on the horizon. So you would be able to kind of customize those things, but by default, the things that are on fire are within the next 2 days. 3 to 7 days would be warm, so that'd be within the week, and then on the horizon would be more than 7 days away. Okay, you could also choose to sort and filter those things by the type, by the project, by who they're assigned to, or what the status of it is, or any combination of those things. And then also, what's kind of cool, you could kind of see, little graphs and charts that show where things are. But the most important thing here is that you could pin like a specific item. So in this example, if we're looking down here at the bottom, if there was an RFI or an issue that you wanted to pin to your board, you could do that. And so then it would show you right there what the status of it was, whose ball in court it was in, stuff like that. So if as soon as something came in, you could see it just at a glance. Also, what you'd be able to do, you can't really see it here because it's being kind of blocked by this menu right here, but there's these 2 little icons here. You could either email someone about it and say, hey, don't forget this is due today, or you could actually open it up in the location of your choice. And so you could review that item and look at it in Procore and Autodesk or whatever the heck it is that it's in, and you could actually start modifying it there if it was in your ball and court. So that's basically our plan for 360 Sync. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a demo of our beta, and I'm going to use that time as well as a call to action to everybody that is watching this now or that may be watching it later. Okay, we are looking for beta testers, okay, for our cloud tool. Okay, and right now what we are looking for is a specific customer who's part of either their entire workflow or part of their workflow is taking files from Procore to Autodesk, or from Autodesk to Procore, or maybe they're even going from one Autodesk to another Autodesk project, or maybe from one Procore to another Procore project. If any of those 4 workflows is you, then I need you to reach out to me so that I can help set this up for you, and you guys can test it out with me for free. Okay, so please reach out to me if that works for you, if that's something that if that's how you guys want to be copying files, and I'll get you set up later, either this week or next week. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a demo of the new software. I'll show it off. And so Marina, can you see my my website screen, the screen with the website on it?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, fantastic. So right now, this right here is where our web portal. Okay, so what you would need to do is you would want to go to foresight.evolvemep.com. You can see right now I'm actually in the develop portion of it. I think by Friday I should have everything in the actual. It should be live on our website. But basically, you'd go to foresight.evolvemep.com, and then once you logged in there, you would come over here and you'd see all these different modules. So most of these modules apply to our specialty contractors, okay, our mechanical, electrical, and plumbing contractors. or they can manage things for their shop, or they can break down like their model into materials so they can order things and get bill of materials and estimate cost and all that. They can also, and then they can also manage things in the design and all that stuff. But there's also 360 sync right here. So you click on 360 sync, and then it takes you to this page. Okay. And so you can see we're in the connections portion. So if you've ever used 360 sync before, this is really pretty similar. But basically, you come over here to your connections, and you can either click on one, or you could add a new connection up here at the top. But I've already created mine, so I'm going to actually click into it. When I click on it, notice it's got my data in there. Okay, so I'm connecting to Autodesk. I've named it something intelligent so that I can remember it and come back to it later. Then I put my username in. And so once I do that, well, right now it's going to tell me to reset my connection. So if maybe my password changed, I would want to hit reset connection, but typically it would say connect. So once you do that, you log into Autodesk, and 360 Sync is going to save your credentials. Okay, so you set that up one time, and then now it's time to leverage that data. Okay, so once we've got our connection set, it's going to come over here into workflows. And so you can see I've got a whole bunch of them, or not a whole bunch, I've got 3 of them set up. So I'm going to come into this 360 Sync project here, and I'm going to roll over here, and I'm going to hit the plus sign. So what that's going to do is that's going to allow me to create another mapping inside of this particular workflow. Okay, notice if I wanted to, I could hit this plus button right here, and I could create a whole new workflow altogether, but I just want to do one new mapping. So I'll hit plus. And so we'll name this, we'll call this cloud introduction. If I wanted to, I could use a template. I haven't created any yet, so I'm not going to do that, but I'll just hit done. And so once I do that, it's going to bring me to this page, which is basically just a blank canvas. So I'm going to come over here to my toolbar. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose some connectors. And so if I want to take files from Procore to Autodesk, then I'm going to drag both of those on there. So notice now I can move these wherever I want. I could add a third one in here if I wanted to, but I just wanted to move 2. I can move as many of these on here as I wanted. Okay. Could be the same connector, or it could be a different one. But once I've got my connectors chosen, so I'm choosing where I want files to go to and from, now I'm going to pick my actions button. So now I'm going to choose an action. And so right now you see there's only one action, right? But as some of you may know, we also publish models. We also export files to and from, from Autodesk to Excel. We also download RFIs and submittals. So those will be coming soon, but right now what we do is we copy files. Okay, so I'm going to drag that one on here. And so once that happens, it brings up this menu for me to start chugging away. So if I want to take files from Procore, then I'd choose Procore as my connector. I'll choose the company that I want to connect to. I'll choose the project. I'll choose the folder. And then if I wanted to pick the entire project, then I could just pick that root folder. Or if I just wanted to move one folder, then I could do that. Okay, I can also filter files, or also, since I'm going from Procore, I can also include private files that I'm going to transfer. But now I'll just hit next. Okay, and so now if I wanted to, I'll just pick my destination. So where do I want these files to go? So I pick my connector again. If there were multiple connectors here, then I could pick from it. I could pick it from a group. Then I'll pick my company. I'll pick my project. Then I'll pick the folder. And so I'll come down here, and I'll just drop it right into that one. Okay. So again, if I had another add destination, I could hit add destination, and then I could choose where else I wanted this data to go. So I could hit, and then so once I've got that done, I could cancel it, could hit back or hit done. I'm just going to hit done. And so notice when I do that, it links them all together here. Okay. So we're taking files from Procore. You can see the little arrow there. We're copying those files and to this Autodesk location. Okay. So from there, if I hit properties, I can just kind of review this. And so I can see all that information right there. If I wanted to, I could always just hit edit there, or I could hit the little dot here and hit edit to do that. Or at any time I could come in here and I could drop another one on here, and then I could, add a new mapping if that's what I wanted to do, just by hitting add destination. Okay. But I don't want to do that. I just want to do a simple one. So I'll delete that. And so now I've set up my mapping. Okay. Again, I can make this as complicated as I wanted to, or as simple as I wanted to. It's completely up to the user, how they set this up, how many, connectors and actions they've got on here. You can zoom this out so that you've got more space if that's what you need. But once you've got that done, just hit save. Okay, so once you've got that saved, now you've got your workflow remembered. If I needed to save it as a template, I could hit the template button. Then if I wanted to delete it, I could just hit the trash can. And then if I wanted it to run right now, then I could do that. Okay, so if I hit just the play button, then it would start running. Finally, if I wanted to have this run automatically, like I was saying at the beginning of the presentation, if I wanted this to run in real time, meaning I update Procore and then seconds later, once that file's done uploading to Procore, it gets downloaded to Autodesk, I could do that. Okay, you'd hit that, you just hit that schedule button, and then it would set up a hook so that basically it would be listening to this folder, and once anything changed in this folder, it would copy it to that folder. Okay, so basically you do that and you're good to go. 360 Sync is ready to run. So you hit play and that's it. So that's basically what we're trying to do. And so again, let me bring up the call to action. Okay, so again, I beg anybody out there watching this now or later, if your workflow is that you're taking files from Procore to Autodesk, or you're taking files from Autodesk to Procore, or from your Procore project to another company's Procore project, or from your Autodesk project to another company's Autodesk project, hit me up. I'll set you up with this. We will test it out together, and you can use it for free for the next month or two, okay? And so the whole point of that is you guys test it out, you give us feedback, we fix the product so that it works based off of your like your requirements. Okay. Soon after we've got this rolled out, I actually kicked off on also building this our cloud tool so that it works with Windows and with SharePoint. I kicked that off today. So probably 6 to 8 weeks, I will have those 4 tools that would be available for our users to connect to. Okay, so again, please, if you use Procore and or Autodesk to, as your workflow, shoot us an email, send, call us, whatever. Respond to us, and I will get you set up with a beta testing trial for our cloud tool. Okay, so let's see. I guess, do we have any questions? Okay, I'll give everybody a couple of seconds to, if they want to drop a question in the Q&A. Okay, perfect, got one. Okay, so how do you duplicate that original app mapping? Okay, so basically what you would do is you would hit template here. You would name that template. So we'll name it Melinda. I hit done. And then if I were to come back out here to workflows and I went to templates, there we go. It actually saved it twice because my mouse stinks. So then I go there, and so now that's saved. And so now all I have to really do is edit this and then just change the data. So now if I'm always using the same workflow every time, boom, you're good to go there. Okay. You just hit the edit button right here, or you could come down here to this gear and hit the pencil to edit it, and however you want to do it. And then you just change the data, and then, half your work's done for you. So you can use that from one project to another to another. Okay, next question. So at this point, the beta is not available for going from Windows to Bluebeam. Sean, correct. The beta should be available for Windows. Like I said, in 6 to 8 weeks. I'm also at the same time I'm working on SharePoint as well. So Windows and SharePoint should be around a 6 to 8 week development process. Once I've got those done, I'll reevaluate what we're gonna add up next. I'll add your vote, Sean, to for Bluebeam for sure. Okay, I guess any other questions? Okay, so again, final call. If you guys are having to take files from Procore to Autodesk or Autodesk to Procore, or from your Procore project to another one, or from your Autodesk project to another Autodesk project, then I need you, okay? Like I said, if you're already a 360 Sync user, you'll have access to this. Even if you're not, you'll have access to this. But like, shoot me an email, shoot us an email, call us, reach out on our web portal, whatever you need to do. Contact me. We will and I'll set you up with this so that you can test it out and you can provide us feedback. Okay. Okay, so I'll give everybody about a minute more if they have any other questions, and if there aren't any, then I'll jump off of here. But thanks, guys, for your time today. Hopefully this was informative. Hopefully I didn't talk a million miles an hour and you understood what I was saying. Hopefully you're as excited as I am about the future of 360 Sync. And also, like, I'm seeing Melinda on here. So the reason that we're going to the cloud is because we've had like a 9 out of 10 of our support tickets revolve around IT with 360 Sync being on a remote machine or on something that IT has locked up. And so putting it on the cloud, that is going to definitely free everybody up so that, IT isn't, our dark and evil overlord that is preventing us from syncing files. But also this is going to allow us to sync files in real time, which is basically what since I started, this tool, since we started building this tool, that's been the number one ask. And so this allows us to do that. And so hopefully that will just make all of our customers, 50% happier. So anyway, again, thanks for your all's time today. If you guys use Procore and Autodesk as your workflow, please reach out to me. Let's see. I'll just bring my PowerPoint over so that I'll show you my, I'll just put my email in here. Okay. So just reach out to me right there. And basically I'll set you up with a trial so that you can start testing it out. Okay. If you just use Procore or Autodesk and you want to test it out anyway, just for you, or maybe just internally, just for testing, if you're a current customer, I'm fine with that too. Reach out to me. But I think it would be more valuable to you if your actual workflow is that, and we could actually, rather than giving you extra work, we hopefully sped up the work process for you. We prevented you from having work. So more than happy to have everybody, but if this is your specific workflow, that's what we're looking for. And again, 6 to 8 weeks, we should have Windows and SharePoint in addition to these two. So we'll have a beta then as well. Okay, but thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. And oh, did we have another question? Okay, and I will talk to you guys soon. Appreciate your time. Thanks, guys. Bye.